The city of Fort Worth, through both the private and the public sector, makes a very visible effort to help the NCHA. They don't take the NCHA for granted. The fact that we're here 62 days a year in the Will Rogers Center and our members come to Fort Worth and bring $50 million a year with them, we really feel appreciated. Good relationships really start from the top down. And when you look at our relationship with someone like Mayor Mike Moncrief, I mean, that's just a case study in how someone can lead a city in the right direction, and the way he and his staff recognize and appreciate what the NCHA brings to Fort Worth makes us feel good and makes us want to do more and more for Fort Worth. We want our shows to get better for our members, but we want our shows to get better for Fort Worth too. They say that Fort Worth is where the West begins, but I think it's also where the NCHA began. And the great thing about it is that was some 60 years ago that a group of folks got together at the Fort Worth Fat Stock Show and decided to form the NCHA. And today it's grown into a major international organization, but Fort Worth is still where we have very deep roots.
You know, the cutting industry is a spin-off of horses working cattle. That's what Cowtown is all about. That's where its heritage was derived. Cowboys, cowgirls, communities, and culture. That's the definition of Fort Worth. One of the crown jewels is a Triple Crown, which brings in the best of the best, the horses, the trainers, the riders. But I think it also brings in the best of the participants as far as the audience, because they're very interested in what's going on, very knowledgeable about the sport itself. It's quite a show. It's an event that highlights our city. It gives us a chance to roll out our carpet and welcome folks from all over the country and beyond our borders. As you see cutters in town, everybody knows it, everybody sees them. You can hear those spurs in our businesses, walking down our streets. The cutting horse industry is very much a presence here in the entire region. It's also an ongoing way of life for a lot of people in the surrounding area. There are a lot of people who are raising cutting horses, training cutting horses, doctoring cutting horses, and the industry itself with all of the tack and the equipment that it brings is almost a separate spinoff. Then you add to that the large competitions themselves. Those pretty much culminate into everyone being able to benefit. But the other benefit is the dollars that go into charity, and that is what we call in Fort Worth giving back, and that's the Fort Worth way. Cutting horse industry understands the Fort Worth way. Symbolism is important. This bronze that you see behind me also is sitting on my conference table in the mayor's conference room at City Hall. And everyone who comes to our city to do business is sitting right there at that table. I guess you'd say I'm a pretty good ambassador for the NCHA because that bronze is not moving. It's staying right where it is. In the case of the NCHA and the city of Fort Worth, we do have a marriage. Fort Worth loves cutting, cutting loves Fort Worth.